First of all, I wish you grand success in UPSC examination. You have come from different states at Delhi, and there must be a high return from here. So the objective is to not only to compete but to get highest position in the rank of successful candidate. Economics optional paper itself suggests that a student is very studious, deterministic. So what I want to communicate to you, that you must take syllabus as a baseline study. Thereafter you take questions asked in different examinations, different years. And then there will be matching of both sides. So the first topic in optional paper 1 in UPSC is Marshallian and Walrasian approaches of price determination. In fact, Marshallian era starts from 1890 when his book Principle of Economics was published. In this book, Marshall said that short run and long run are most important in price determination. Before Marshallian approach, there were two approaches of price determination. One was Jevons utility theory of pricing, and another was cost theory of pricing, Ricardian cost theory of pricing. Write down. Before Marshall, Jevons theory of pricing, Jevons utility theory of pricing. Utility theory of pricing. Higher the utility, higher the price. Lower the utility, lower the price. Higher the utility, higher the price. Lower the utility, lower the price. This is known as utility theory of price determination. And another theory, David Ricardo. Higher the cost, higher the price. Lower the cost, lower the price. This is cost theory of price determination under perfect competition. Marshall says that perfect competition is ideal market. Perfect competition is ideal market. मोटा वाला कैंडल जो है ना वो भी रखो. Higher the ये
Marshall says that perfect competition is ideal market.
बराबर करता है क्या?
नहीं इधर दो
2-3 दिन से हमारे साइड पे बहुत कट रहा है.
Synthesize conflict between cost versus cost and utility. Marshall said that in place of cost, supply term should be used. Marshall said that in place of cost, supply term must be used.
Must be used.
And in place of utility, demand must be used. Marshall said that equilibrium price is determined by the forces of both demand and supply. And therefore Marshall established demand and supply theory of price determination.
Demand and supply theory of
Demand and supply theory of price determination. Demand and supply theory of
price determination.
price determination. Next paragraph. Marshall has divided market into three types. Number one, market period. Number two, normal period. Number three, secular period. Market period is known as very, very short run. Market period is known as very, very short run, where supply of the commodity is fixed and demand for commodity is variable. Demand for commodity is variable. Next paragraph. Normal period is divided into short run normal period and long run normal period. Marshall says that market period is very, very short run. Market period is
very short.
very, very short run. But normal period is short run as well as a long run. Market period is very, very
Short run.
short run.
But
Normal period is short run and long run. Supply is totally fixed in market period. Supply is totally fixed in the market period. But in short run normal period, price will, supply will increase by a smaller amount. Supply will increase by a smaller amount. Supply will increase by
तो वीडियो नहीं बन रहा है, बैठ जाइए चेक पे
supply
increase by smaller amount.
is increased by a smaller amount. On the other hand, in the long period, in the long period, there will be increase in supply by adequate amount. Thereafter, Marshall discussed secular period, which is known as very, very long period. Very, very long period.
तीसरा टॉपिक सेकुलर पीरियड दे दें। तीसरा टॉपिक दे दें सेकुलर पीरियड। तीन टाइप था ना?
हाँ, तीन था। Secular period. Secular period, as it is known as very, very long period. For example, 100 years time. Price of gold 100 years back and price of gold today. This will be known as very, very long period price. This is important for historical analysis of price trend. This is important for historical analysis of price trend.
Important for historical analysis.
Historical analysis for price trend.
For price?
Price trend. Next paragraph. So this is tripartite division of time element about three types of market under perfect competition. Market period, normal period, secular period. Market period, normal period, secular period. Market period, normal period, secular period. That's paragraph. Marshall says that equilibrium price is neither determined by demand factor alone. ब्रैकेट में यूटिलिटी कर दो, यूटिलिटी फैक्टर alone. Nor price is determined by supply factor alone, ब्रैकेट में कॉस्ट फैक्टर कर दो. Marshall says that interaction between both demand and supply, interaction between both demand and supply will determine equilibrium price. Otherwise, under perfect competition, there may be excess demand over supply, or there may be excess supply over demand. This will lead to movement of price. Excess demand will lead to
movement of price.
Excess demand
Will lead to movement of price.
Excess demand will lead to increase in price. And excess supply will lead to fall in price. Equilibrium condition will be obtained. Equilibrium condition will be obtained at the point of intersection between demand and supply curves.
Point of intersection of
Demand and supply curves. Demand curve and supply curve. Demand curve will be downward sloping from left to the right. Whereas supply curve is rising upward from left to right. Equilibrium will be obtained when there is intersection between demand curve and supply curve.
When there will be
There will be intersection between demand and supply curve. As shown in the diagram, this is demand is a function of price. This is supply is a function of price. If we take this position, demand is less, demand is 10 and supply is 100. So this is known as excess supply position. And take the another, at this demand is 100 and supply is 10, then this is called excess demand. At this point, demand is equal to supply. This price is known as equilibrium price. This is demand and supply. At point A, there is intersection between demand curve and supply curve, and thereby equilibrium price is determined in a perfect competition. Draw this diagram. Now you write down price determination under market period. Price determination under market period. Under market period, supply is fixed, therefore supply line is vertical line. Demand may increase, demand may decrease. If demand decreases, if demand increases, equilibrium price will shift from OP to OP1 or OP to OP0. This is called market price. This is called market price. Demand and supply. E point, E1 point, E0 point. Demand is equal to supply at E1, E0. Here price is OP, here price is OP1, here price is OP0.
तो स्टेटमेंट करवा दी डायग्राम बनाते हैं अंडर मार्केट पीरियड सप्लाई इज फिक्स्ड इसके बाद
Under market period, supply is fixed. Therefore, supply curve will be vertical line. Supply curve will be vertical line. Demand curve will be normal demand curve, downward sloping. Normal demand curve, downward sloping from left to the right.
from left to right.
In the diagram, original demand curve is D. And D and S intersection is at point E. At point E. E. So, original equilibrium price is OP. Original equilibrium price is OP. Now demand increases. Now demand increases and supply is constant. Demand increases, supply constant. Price will increase, market price will increase. Market price will increase from OP to OP1. Market price will increase from OP to OP1. On the other hand, if demand shifts downward, then intersection will be at E0. Price, equilibrium price will fall. Will fall. Marshall concludes that under very short period, equilibrium price is determined by demand supply both. Demand supply both. But price variation will take place by change in demand. If demand rises, market price will rise. If demand decreases, market price will decrease. Supply is remaining the same. Supply is vertical line. So in the very short period market, short period market, demand is determining factor. Because supply is fixed. If demand increases, price increases.
If demand increases,
Price increases.
if demand increases, price increases.
Whereas if demand decreases, price decreases. Quantity of supply remaining constant in the market.
एक मिनट सर. सर जब डिमांड का वो डिमांड जब कांस्टेंट में के रुक जा रहा है, डिमांड डिक्रीज हो रहा है तो प्राइस भी डिक्रीज हो रहा है, सप्लाई कांस्टेंट कैसे हो?
सप्लाई तो कांस्टेंट है ही उसमें ना.
अच्छा.
मछली जो है विलेज हाट में आके 5 किलो रखा हुआ है.
बट कोई डिमांड नहीं कर रहा है.
डिमांड नहीं करते, दाम घट जाएगा, जो रहेगा उसी में बेचेगा वो, क्योंकि फिर सिविल गुड्स सर भी जाएगा.
नहीं सर, मुझे डिमांड जब घट रहा है तो सप्लाई कांस्टेंट कैसे रह रहा है?
यहाँ पहला एग्जम्पशन है कि सप्लाई कांस्टेंट तो वो रहेगा. Whatever commodity supplied to the village hut, village market, any market, जो अराइवल हो गया तो सप्लाई हो गया. अब उसका दाम ऊपर चढ़ेगा कि नीचे चढ़ेगा, that depends upon demand factor. If demand increases, price will increase from the previous day. That is the case.
So that